Hi guys, Jenny K. Brown here to show you how to plan your meals for the next 2 weeks. So first of all, some rules. Now remember, these are our rules for our family. Ultimately, you have to decide what works for you and your family, so your rules might be a little bit different. But for us, I only cook about every other day, so every meal that I cook should last us for 2 days. So if I make a meatloaf on a Monday, we're going to eat it for Monday and Tuesday. It just saves on some stress of trying to have to cook every single day. Number 2, we mostly plan on dinners. So for breakfast, we are pretty easy. We eat cereal, oatmeal, things like that. For lunches, my husband can eat through his work. My daughter goes to daycare a few days a week and they feed her. So it's really just me eating at home, and I keep it pretty simple with salads and sandwiches and soups and things like that. So when I talk about meal planning, mostly we're dealing with our dinners. Number 3, plan on at least one night a week that's going to be easy. That could be eating out, it could be eating sandwiches, it could be a frozen pizza, whatever is easy and simple for you. But I plan on at least one night a week doing that. And then I keep a couple of extra easy meals on hand just in case if things go awry with the schedule and the meal planning. So step 1, you got to look at your calendar and see what's going on for the next week. Bottom line, how many meals do you need to make? So in our case, for the next 2 weeks, we have some friends coming to visit one weekend, so we'll probably eat out for one dinner. We're going out of town the next weekend, so we won't have dinners for 2 days. So out of the 14 days, 3 of those dinners I don't really need to worry about. That leaves 11 dinners that I've got to plan for. So I'm going to plan on 5 of those being the big meals, where we eat them for 2 days. I cook one day, eat the leftovers the next. And then one meal that's going to be a one-nighter easy meal. So next, I look at my list of meals. So I have a list of about 23 different meals, either that I make by recipe or that I just kind of know the ingredients by memory and I just sort of throw them all together. But I've got about 23 different meals that we like to rotate. And I keep this list handy so that I can rotate them and not repeat the same things over and over. By having 23 different things, I can stretch that out and we're not repeating the same 5 meals over and over again. So the next thing I'm going to do is choose meals I've not had in a while. So remember, I've got 5 big meals that I've got to choose. I'm going to look back at the previous month and the previous few weeks and see what have we eaten lately, because I don't want to do those things. I want to choose things that I've not had in a while. I list our meals in orange on the calendar so that they're easy to see. So you can see this was the previous month, what we had. I do have a couple of nights in there that are like pizza, McDonald's, and then I have a couple of nights that say whatever. Those are kind of just grab whatever's there. We might have had leftovers. We might have had sandwiches. We just kind of went for whatever we felt like. Everybody could have something different if they want. Free for all. So I look back and I see what have we not had in a while, and I choose 5 things that we've not had recently. And then I make my grocery list off of those 5 things. So here I'm going to list all the different ingredients that are needed. Now some of these things I keep in stock. So you want to check your current inventory because you might not need to buy every single item for every meal that you're going to be making. In this case, I'm going to be making meatloaf, but I already have eggs and breadcrumbs on hand. That's something I keep on hand. For the fajitas that I'm going to make, I already have sour cream and salsa on hand, so I don't need to get that. Also check to see if there's things that can be shared between the different meals that you're planning. So in this case, I'm going to be making a lasagna and I'm going to be doing a pesto chicken bake. Both require an Italian shredded cheese. I can buy just one big bag that'll supply both of those meals. So the next thing is decide on which side items or condiments that you're going to need to go with these different things. So you might want to make like mashed potatoes with your meatloaf. You might want to have broccoli with your lasagna. So what are the different things that you need to round out these meals? Third thing, when I'm kind of making my grocery list, is to fill in with the rest of the randomness that I need. So I might want to keep salad stuff on hand. I might need some household items like toothpaste or whatever. I might need some basics, bread and milk, snacks, breakfast and lunch foods, your stock items like peanut butter and ketchup. And then don't forget those easy meals, some mac and cheese, frozen pizza, stuff to make sandwiches, that type of stuff. So round out your list with all of those remaining items that you might need. And then go shopping. Get all your stuff that you need. Bring it all home, and then sit down again once you've put it all away and decide what meals you're going to have on what days, and write that into your calendar. So you might find that, one night a week you have a lot of events with the kids, and so you're going to have to grab something on the go. Or maybe there's one night that you just don't feel like cooking. You're so tired by the end of the week that you don't feel like cooking. So maybe Thursday's a good day to cook that big meal so you can eat leftovers on Friday, or whatever works best for you and your family. But put those into the calendar. So some final rules as we wrap it up. Don't freak out if something happens and you can't make the meal as planned. That's what those one-nighter easy meals are for. Just in case if something happens, something pops up out of the ordinary, you get home later than usual, you're not going to have that time to make that big meal, use your go-tos. That's what they're for. If you want to change the schedule, you can. Just remember to note it so that way when you get ready to make your next list, you know what you had when. And finally, if for some reason you don't end up making all of the meals that you had planned, that's one less meal that you have to buy the next time you go shopping. You've already got the stuff on hand, so one less meal that you've got to plan for. Thanks for watching today. If you have any questions, of course you can visit me at my website at CoachJennyK.com. Coaching strategies, winning solutions, that's Kinetic Performance. Start winning your life today.